Peace, everyone. I'm Aura, and today I want to talk about the experience I had with the Copper IUD and share some of my pros and cons in case you might be deciding if it's right for you. Of course, trust your own intuition and decide on whatever birth control best suits your body and your particular sexual relationship at this time with others or with yourself. I will just share what was my experience, and yeah. Decided to get the Copper IUD when I had entered a new relationship and we were having a lot of sex, and I didn't want to get pregnant. So I was like, all right, we need to have some kind of, birth control option that was reliable. I didn't want to get hormonal birth control just because I didn't have positive experiences with them when I was a teenager and in my early 20s. And so I just was like, no, let's go with the Copper IUD and try this experience out because it is all natural. So I thought that was a pro. And I'm going to start with the pros actually. So having the Copper IUD was a pro because it was all natural. I knew that I wasn't going to have any hormones affecting my natural hormones and making me feel crazy. I also like the actual metal copper. It is a powerful amplifier, and just the element in general is pretty sacred. So that was why I was like, okay, let's try it out. The other pro was that I felt that it was effective. Although I did like use some other forms of birth control to prevent pregnancy. I didn't get pregnant on the Copper IUD, which I think is a pro. So it worked. And I was definitely having like unprotected sex regularly. And yeah, what was another pro of the experience? It's pretty simple. So I didn't have to go in every few months to get a shot or get it checked out. Like once it's in there, I think it can stay in there up until 6 to 12 years. But it can be removed whenever you want it to be removed. So I found that to be a pro as well. After I don't know if I could say this is a pro because I'm like, I kind of did feel it. Because I'm tuned into my body and I can feel like what's happening in my womb and yoni, I could feel the IUD, even though it's really tiny, I could still feel its effect on my yoga practice or breath work that I was doing. Like I could feel that it was being affected in some way. And so sometimes I would have cramping. So I would say that was a con for me. I also felt that it was very painful for the first couple of cycles that I had after I got it. So they do, let you know that your next cycle might be even more painful because you have this extra like foreign object in your cervix area, and when you're menstruating, those muscles are contracting to expel the cervical lining. So of course, when you're contracting, it's gonna contract onto that like metal device in your body. And so you're gonna have more cramps at first until I guess essentially you get numb from it over time, which I think is also a con. It made me sort of want to disassociate from this part of my body due to that pain. So yeah, those first couple of moon cycles that I had, my cramps were excruciatingly painful, and I don't usually have painful cycles, so I knew it was due to that new element being in my body. Another con is that there's just a foreign object in my body. It doesn't feel natural to me. And then the other con was that I feel like it was uncomfortable at times when I was being sexually intimate, and I could just feel some like extra cramping or like just discomfort in my womb. So Yeah, those are some of my pros and some of my cons of my IUD experience. I will say that when I decided to remove it, I felt so happy and very joyful. That was just my authentic experience. I was singing all that day and I was just like flowing with words. I felt like this new revived energy was flowing through me. So it was the right choice for me to remove it when I did, and it was also the right choice for me to get it when I did. I don't think either one is good or bad. I'm glad that I had it at that time. And now I'm glad that I'm at a point where I'm like, no, I don't need that. And I feel my energy flowing more naturally. And then also, I am more in tune with when I am ovulating and the different phases and cycles of my personal cycle so that I can use that as a form of birth control when I choose to be sexually intimate or not. So, yeah, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, you're definitely welcome to comment below and ask. And feel free to share this video with anyone who might be considering a copper IUD. And yeah, I trust that you will make the best choice for you and your body and not necessarily be swayed by anyone else, but just take everything into consideration as you tune into your own unique intuition and what you need at this present moment in time. All right, infinite gratitude.